Whether you've been investing in Bitcoin for years or just thinking about dabbling into the world of cryptocurrencies now, this is one video you can't afford to miss. Why? We're breaking down the truth about Bitcoin, and unfortunately, there's a lot of dumb money investing in crypto without a clue of the mechanics behind it. The truth is that a lot of people are about to get burned and lose a ton of money in crypto, but at the same time, the people who get it are going to make millions. That's why today in this video, we're debunking the 10 biggest Bitcoin myths and revealing the truth behind them. Guys, this should be required viewing for anyone who's even thinking about dipping their toe into Bitcoin, and understanding these 10 truths could make you life-changing money. Oh, and in case you're new here, welcome back to Early Stage Crypto, your go-to channel for everything cryptocurrency. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with the latest crypto insights. Now let's dive right in, starting with myth number 10, that Bitcoin is anonymous. Many believe that Bitcoin transactions are completely anonymous, making it a favorite for legal activities. In simple terms, people think Bitcoin is like using cash where nobody knows who spent it. However, the reality is that Bitcoin is pseudonymous, not anonymous. While Bitcoin addresses do not directly reveal the identity of the user, all transactions are recorded on the public blockchain, making it possible to trace and link addresses to individuals through various means. In fact, law enforcement agencies have become proficient at tracking Bitcoin transactions to combat illegal activities. For example, the Silk Road marketplace, which operated on the dark web, was famously shut down by the FBI. The investigation used blockchain analysis to trace Bitcoin transactions and identify the operators, leading to multiple arrests and the seizure of millions in Bitcoin. This case demonstrates that while Bitcoin offers some privacy, it is far from being completely anonymous. Next up, myth number 9 is that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Critics often claim that Bitcoin is just digital air with no real value backing it. Put simply, some people think Bitcoin is worthless because it's not tied to physical assets like gold or government-issued money. The truth is, Bitcoin's value comes from its unique properties: decentralization, scarcity with a capped supply of 21 million coins, security, and its utility as a digital currency and store of value. Just like gold or fiat money, Bitcoin's value is determined by supply and demand dynamics and the trust and adoption by its users. Consider gold, for example. It doesn't produce income or have much practical use in daily life, yet it's valued highly because people trust its scarcity and history as a store of value. Similarly, Bitcoin's value is derived from its limited supply, decentralized nature, and the growing acceptance and trust of its users worldwide. At number 8, we have the myth that Bitcoin is used mainly for illegal activities. This myth stems from high-profile cases where Bitcoin was used in illicit transactions. To put it simply, people think Bitcoin is mostly used by criminals. In reality, legitimate transactions vastly outnumber illegal ones. Research has shown that only a small fraction of Bitcoin transactions involve illicit activities. The transparent nature of the blockchain makes it a less attractive option for criminals compared to cash. Major companies, investors, and even governments are now adopting Bitcoin, further dispelling this myth. A study by Chainalysis found that illicit activity accounted for less than 1% of all Bitcoin transactions in recent years. Moreover, high-profile companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Square have added Bitcoin to their balance sheets, and countries like El Salvador have adopted it as legal tender. These developments highlight Bitcoin's mainstream acceptance and utility beyond illegal activities. Coming in at number 7 is the myth that Bitcoin will be replaced by a better cryptocurrency. Some argue that Bitcoin's technology is outdated and will be surpassed by newer, more advanced cryptocurrencies. Simply put, people think Bitcoin is like the old model of a phone that will soon be replaced by a newer one. While it's true that many cryptocurrencies offer innovative features, Bitcoin's first-mover advantage, brand recognition, security, and widespread adoption make it highly resilient. Bitcoin's core purpose as a store of value and medium of exchange remains strong, and its network effects make it difficult for other cryptocurrencies to dethrone it. Ethereum, for example, offers smart contract functionality, and newer coins boast faster transaction speeds or lower fees. However, Bitcoin's simplicity, robust security, and the sheer scale of its adoption provide it with a unique position in the market. Other cryptocurrencies often complement rather than replace Bitcoin, offering different functionalities for various use cases. Next up at number 6 is the myth that Bitcoin is a bubble that will burst. Critics have long predicted that Bitcoin's price is unsustainable and will eventually collapse. In other words, some people think Bitcoin is just a fad that will go away soon. While Bitcoin has experienced significant volatility and price corrections, it has also shown remarkable resilience and growth over the years. Unlike traditional bubbles, Bitcoin's price rebounds and adoption have continued to grow, driven by increasing institutional interest, technological development, and recognition as a legitimate asset class. Bitcoin has been declared dead by skeptics numerous times, especially during major price corrections, yet each time it has bounced back stronger. The 2017 crash, for instance, saw Bitcoin's price plummet from nearly $20,000 to $3,000, only for it to surge past $60,000 in subsequent years. This resilience underscores its staying power and growing maturity as an asset. At number 5, we have the myth that Bitcoin is too volatile to be a reliable investment. Bitcoin's price fluctuations are often cited as a reason to avoid investing in it. Put simply, people think Bitcoin's price changes too much to be a safe investment. While Bitcoin is indeed volatile, this volatility has also provided significant investment opportunities. Long-term investors who understand the market's dynamics and are willing to weather short-term fluctuations have seen substantial returns. Diversifying one's investment portfolio and maintaining a long-term perspective can mitigate the impact of volatility. Consider early investors like the Winklevoss twins, who bought significant amounts of Bitcoin when it was priced in the single digits. Despite experiencing extreme volatility over the years, their investment has appreciated dramatically, making them billionaires. This illustrates how patience and a long-term view can turn volatility into opportunity. Next up, myth number 4 is that Bitcoin is bad for the environment. Bitcoin mining is often criticized for its energy consumption and environmental impact. In simple terms, people think Bitcoin mining is harming the planet. While Bitcoin mining does consume energy, the industry is increasingly shifting towards renewable energy sources. Moreover, traditional banking systems and gold mining also have significant environmental footprints. Innovations in mining technology and the growing use of sustainable energy are helping to address environmental concerns associated with Bitcoin. A study by the Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance found that a substantial portion of Bitcoin mining is powered by renewable energy sources. Additionally, initiatives like the Bitcoin Mining Council are working to improve the transparency and sustainability of Bitcoin mining. This ongoing shift towards greener energy solutions is helping to mitigate Bitcoin's environmental impact. Coming in at number 3 is the myth that Bitcoin is only for tech-savvy people. Many believe that you need to be a tech expert to understand and use Bitcoin. To put it simply, people think Bitcoin is too complicated for the average person to use. The reality is that Bitcoin has become much more user-friendly over the years. Numerous platforms, apps, and services have made buying, storing, and using Bitcoin straightforward. Educational resources and customer support from exchanges and wallet providers have also made it easier for people to get involved in the Bitcoin ecosystem. For instance, popular platforms like Coinbase and Binance offer intuitive interfaces and extensive educational resources for beginners. Wallets like Ledger and Trezor provide easy-to-use hardware solutions for secure storage. These advancements have significantly lowered the barrier to entry, allowing more people to participate in the Bitcoin economy. Next up at number 2 is the myth that Bitcoin transactions are too slow and expensive. Critics argue that Bitcoin's transaction times and fees make it impractical for everyday use. In simple terms, people think it takes too long and costs too much to use Bitcoin for transactions. While Bitcoin's network can experience congestion, leading to slower transaction times and higher fees, solutions like the Lightning Network are being developed to address these issues. The Lightning Network enables faster and cheaper transactions by creating off-chain payment channels, making Bitcoin more efficient for everyday transactions. The Lightning Network allows for nearly instantaneous transactions with minimal fees, enhancing Bitcoin's utility as a medium of exchange. Major companies and payment processors are also integrating Bitcoin, making it easier to use in everyday situations. For example, El Salvador's Chivo wallet leverages the Lightning Network to facilitate quick and low-cost Bitcoin transactions for its citizens. And finally, topping our list at number 1 is the myth that Bitcoin will be banned by governments. Some fear that governments will outlaw Bitcoin to maintain control over their financial systems. To put it simply, people think Bitcoin will be made illegal by governments. While some countries have imposed restrictions, a complete global ban is highly unlikely. Many governments are working on regulatory frameworks to integrate Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies into the financial system. Bitcoin's decentralized nature makes it difficult to ban outright, and its growing acceptance by institutions and the public makes it an increasingly integral part of the financial landscape. For example, the US has introduced regulatory measures to ensure the safe and legal use of cryptocurrencies rather than banning them outright. Countries like Switzerland and Singapore have adopted crypto-friendly policies to encourage innovation and investment in the blockchain sector. These developments indicate a trend towards regulation and integration rather than prohibition. Now that you know the top 10 biggest Bitcoin myths busted, smash the like button and let us know which myth you found most surprising in the comments below. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to Early Stage Crypto if you want to learn the 5 reasons why Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin, as we'll be dropping that video shortly. And click right here to discover the 10 cryptocurrencies you should invest in by 2025 if you want 10x gains.